And this also makes a heart.
Oh, yeah,
It's a heart. Hi, we are
NoonaTalk.
I'm Zara, and this week we actually get deep.
I'm Sophia, and we are here in person again. Cherish this while this lasts.
Ooh.
And we have a lot to complain about our experiences.
And we think everybody's desi fan experience.
And a lot of other fans also. Anyone who's not USA,
Korea, yeah.
USA, Korea, and Japan.
Don't forget. Yeah, okay. So that brings us to We Are NoonaTalk, a podcast where we talk about K-pop, K-drama, K-culture, K-beauty, especially if you're a desi stan. But even if you're not, aka if you're Japanese, you're more than welcome to listen to us. We are here on YouTube every week for our podcast episodes where you can see us. But if you just want the audio version, we're on all podcasting platforms like Spotify, Amazon, Google, etc. You can follow us on Instagram at NoonaTalk, where we post a lot of fun reels, giveaways. We interact with you a little bit more. We also do a lot of reactions, like our latest one, where you can go check it out on our YouTube channel or on Spotify. And if there's anything you want us to react to, you can send us a DM or comment down below. But before we start this, if you are a K-pop fan who has ever been affected by terrible K-pop service, then like this video.
Okay, but what's poppin'?
What's poppin', guys?
Okay. So we just reacted to Le Seraphim, which will be up on our channel, which you should check out because they had their comeback, Unforgiven, and they have broken the highest first day sales record by a female group with over 1 million album sales. They debuted less than a year ago.
Where are Blackpink?
What else is poppin' is that the Broadway musical K-pop.
Oh, I saw this.
3 Tony Award nominations.
I'm so excited. Okay, Kevin Wu, who is like a second gen K-pop idol, yeah, is on there, and I follow him and I follow K-pop. I've watched them since they were off Broadway. They're an incredible show, so I'm so excited that they're getting this recognition, like a Tony nomination.
Could you guess, Zara is a Broadway enthusiast?
I'm just a musical theatre girl.
You are. Also, in great news, Monster X's Hyungwon and Shonu are doing a debut. They're doing a subunit debut, which is so exciting.
I'm very curious what that sounds like.
Yeah, because I feel like Monster X has a very particular sound, but they also do a lot of other things. Like sometimes they do pop, sometimes they do sexy R&B. So are we gonna get that, or is it just gonna be something crazy like maybe we get a rock album?
Ooh,
Kat's having a comeback soon, and BM said on Twitter, he's like, if you're a minor, maybe this one isn't for you.
Oh. In what way though? Is it lyrics? Is it visual? Because knowing BM, it's definitely visual.
Yeah. Also, speaking about comebacks and debuts, NCT's Taeyong is having his solo debut.
Okay, what?
Yeah, finally.
Whoa, I did not know this. Very here for it. I think he's one of the funnest NCT members for sure. I remember when he was in quarantine and doing really fun content. So, wow, yeah, here for that.
Yeah, and he also has contributed, I think he has one of the most contributions to NCT's music in composition and lyrics. So I think it'll be interesting. Will we get a rap album? Will we get another rock album? Just pushing the rock agenda. Oh yeah, aespa's also having a comeback, and they're introducing the songs one by one, and they also released a song featuring Navis, and you're like, what's Navis? And I heard the song, and it's not anywhere in the song. There's nothing if you just watch the video, the virtual character shows thodi si shakal for a minute and disappears.
So is it a new person they're adding?
No, Navis is their virtual character avatars, yeah. And also Boys Planet 1 is now over, and Zero Base 1, which is their new group, is going to release their album soon. So you should be excited.
There's a lot, and they have a massive fan base.
It's huge.
I didn't I didn't watch Boys Planet and didn't really keep up with the members, but now that they're going to debut, I did like do a perusal, assuming that they would all be 16. Some of them are like above the age of 20.
Yeah,
I was very shocked.
that happens to the best of us. Also, in fun news, last fun news before the terrible news starts, Shiny is going to have their 15th year. What do you call fan meeting? Like a 15-year anniversary fan meeting, or as SM does, they book like some random theater with like very terrible seating and very low seating. Like it was
like capacity.
Yeah, it was probably like 2,000-3,000 people. Yeah,
For
Shiny for their 15th anniversary, and oh my god, showers were angry AF. Everyone protested. They sent the trucks for weeks. And it worked, and they finally got Jamshid, not stadium, the theater arena, and now they're going to be having their fan meeting.
That's a good thing because like deserve.
Yeah. In other terrible news,
Lots of terrible news. I think lots of terrible news.
Kai is enlisting in like
a week.
6 days.
A week, yeah.
So apparently we got the news, and Kai also got the news that he will be enlisting within like 11 days was the time that he was given, which is very surprising. But it turns out that once you turn 29, then you can be called at any point, and there's no like you're not given any.
Yeah, it feels like the mandatory conscription versus being called for duty are.
Tough.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing. I mean, I don't understand the legality behind it. But it is very sad. He was preparing for an EXO comeback this year.
which has been recorded, so we will see it. But and he was really upset, and he went on Instagram Live and he cried as well. And he's like, "Oh, I had so many things planned," and I think it's kind of terrible planning on SM's behalf, because I mean they kind of should have expected this.
I guess maybe they thought it could extend a little bit.
Or maybe that now that Lee Soo-man is gone, they don't have the influence.
I didn't think of that at all. Maybe.
Who knows?
And another person who's enlisting is Jin Young from GOT7. Very sad about that as well, because
we love Jin Young.
Yeah.
You should check out our reaction to Cotton Candy. We really like that
very
song.
Cute. But I don't know if the impact of that is the same, just because like I feel like this was a little more planned, and it did feel like he was covering all his bases. Yumi is done filming, and now he's just gonna go enlist and finish work and come back.
That's true.
So as of filming today, there was a Weverse notification in which Jungkook from BTS posted that he was basically getting a lot of deliveries of food to his house, of course, which was not okay at all. And then he's also asked people to stop doing that and has threatened legal action against people who continue to do that.
Yeah.
Which begs the question, why?
Yeah, like why? First of all, why do you have his address? Like, and second of all, why are you sending him food? Like, it's so scary when you think about it. And Jungkook has, even only last month, he came online and he was like, stop following me to my gym. And that itself was really scary. And then the person who did it went online and did this whole thing that, I just wanted to be noticed by him. More than that, it's just scary. Like, I would be scared if I was actively being stalked since I was a child, and then people started sending like food to my house.
And you don't know where the foods come from. What's in the food, okay? I watched a lot of two-door series.
Yeah, like you can't even donate it, because then what if
something happens to people?
Yeah.
It's just a waste.
It is. And also,
like Jungkook के नाम पे अपने घर पे deliver करके खा लो ना.
Or just donate that money, give food to somebody who actually needs it.
In the name of Jungkook. That's a great idea. Actually, that's a really good idea.
But that's not why these people are doing it. Obviously, they're just doing it for attention. They are like crazy.
Which brings us to our get into it here for this week, which is all the problems that we have by being a K-pop fan.
Get into it, yeah.
So everything that sucks about being a K-pop fan,
for us especially, like we're talking from very
our
generalized perspective.
This is our perspective, obviously, because we are talking about it. You can let us know why it sucks for you too. First of all, the thing I hate the most, like this is out of all the things, like top 1 and 2 are fighting, and fan wars.
Yeah.
I hate like as a K-pop fan, and I know this isn't a K-pop. This is any fandom ever in any sphere of any art. Like if you like pop, if you like anime, if you like sports, like you're always gonna be fighting the rival team. But it sucks because we all just like everything, and we're all just here to enjoy music. And fan wars are terrible. Y'all are nasty AF, guys. Like it makes no sense.
They don't affect each other.
Yeah, like the rivalry that you have internally, that's just in you. Like it's okay to let it go because it doesn't matter. It's so pointless. I mean, all of this is just that this is pointless. Like the other day, so Daniel from New Jeans got selected to be the voice of Ariel for The Little Mermaid in the Korean dubbed version. And the entire, I think the comment section and all the comments were filled with people like, oh, she's so trash, should have picked XYZ from my group that I like, should have picked XYZ from this other group that I like, oh my god, she's so bad. Dude, who cares? It's the Korean dub version, you're not gonna watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I think even closer to home, this is an incident from several years ago, but the Rolling Stone India author, one of the writers for them, Riddhi talked about like, hey, let's support other groups as well when they come and perform in India, because if we show up for them, then other bigger groups may come eventually. And she got like called out and cancelled for being a multi and not a real army. And it's just like, that's so strange. Like we're all working towards the greater good of like wiping out Drake from the music industry. But yeah, no, there's a lot of really strange rules that we decide for ourselves and impose onto others, which is odd. And it doesn't make sense to me. I again, just speaking as an army, Yoongi's on concert right now, and I literally see like graphic designed things out there being like, oh, don't say Yoongi marry me in your posters, don't show up in a wedding dress.
Okay, segue. But somebody had a poster that says Yoongi marry whoever you want. That was really funny.
People like, how is
Like,
somebody
people do
else
things they want, yeah.
how is somebody else showing up to a concert in a wedding dress going to affect your viewing of said concert? And also, like, it's a lot of this weird pressure that we put amongst ourselves, whether it be streaming, whether it be buying albums, whether it be talking about who your bias is. I find that so odd because we've met so many people over the last year and a half of doing this show, and every time you say who's your bias, there's this fear in people's eyes and they go, all seven. And it's like, sure, we all love all seven, but you definitely have a bias, and there's no harm in saying that. And we should be able to share that.
Yeah, no, 100%. There are too many rules, and I think people get too caught up in the rules as well and feel really pressured, like you said, with you can't talk about it freely. But these are just other people on the internet, like they can't dictate how you consume.
There's no like fandom jail.
Yeah. So just do what you do and like what you like, and if someone's mean to you, just block them. That's it. That's easy.
Absolutely.
But yeah, solo stands. Controversial. I'll tell you where this is. I don't mean solo stands like somebody who's like, oh, like I am not an exol. I love bacon, and I mostly, except occasional Kai stuff, only consume bacon content, and that's it. And I don't care about anything else. Then EXO is fun and cool and whatever. But a lot of people are like, oh, if I like this one person in this group, I must hate everybody else in this group. And that just makes no sense to me as an army again. This is very army.
Person.
No.
Okay.
I was just talking. As an army, this is my experience where there is just so much infighting with solo stands. Like, Jimin fans are like, oh, Jungkook is trash. And Jungkook fans are like, oh, Namjoon is trash. And it's just like, bro.
And it's the worst because solo stands have driven out so many like important people in army fandom, like, you know, BTS chart data or Q Docs and all of these people.
I mean, solo stands too.
Yeah, because
Try about Q Docs.
Oh, I don't know what.
Yeah,
she had to go on tour.
But it's just really stupid, and it makes no sense. Again, it's as stupid as fan wars, but I think it's even more stupider because
when you're affecting your own group,
and it's just like they're singing together. What are you doing? Do you just like mute other people's parts? Like it's really weird, and you don't have to support everyone. That makes sense.
What do you do?
Yeah, because I've seen people do things like, you know, they'd make these like charts of who got the most singing parts in the song, Except, okay, they do this one thing where they never count the chorus where everyone's singing together. I'm like, so does that mean nobody's singing it? Who's singing it? Who's singing the chorus? Y'all crazy.
Unnecessarily thirsty edits. Like, it's not even real. Like, there's actual real things for you to look at and be like, wow. So why are you morphing it? Or like drawing them with like muscles? I think that's why I have a problem. I am uncomfortable with muscles. So it bothers me more because of that. I like it feels strange.
Yeah. I also think the stalking is crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. No, like, wait, before we go to stalking, like, I'm sorry, but Kim Taeyang has spent the past like 4 years showing us his soft belly repeatedly, only for you heathens to go draw him with 7-pack abs to be like, oh no, this is the Kim Taeyang I like. Arey, what do abs do? Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, they serve no functional purpose.
Yeah, at least soft is nice to touch.
Or like biceps will help you lift things. Like
Nice.
if you have
Spoken like a June Stan.
But yeah, also stalkers. Not gonna get into it because we talked about it already. But yeah, don't be a stalker and don't support stalkers.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have someone's address?
Yeah, that's very strange. Once I had to fill out a form and I wrote my own address wrong. So like, मैं किसी जंकुक का नहीं याद रखूंगी.
Like मुझे खाना भेज दो.
Very strange. Now let's go one step beyond and go to outside
Non-muggle problems. Like
normies.
When we as K-pop fans interact with people outside of our circle, like our family, co-workers, friends,
normal people, regular, just on the street.
Yeah.
Recently, with me, I'm very vocal and open about being K-pop fan. It's never something that's a secret, and because I say it with like, yeah, of course, what a strange thing to say. I think, fortunately for me, very personally, it has been an okay thing where everybody's just like, yeah, it's a thing. What do you do? However, I know that that's not an experience many people have because there is a lot of mocking, there is a lot of ridicule.
Yeah.
Even with me having like a relatively good experience with coming out as a K-pop fan, it still entails absolutely everyone in your life seeing something vaguely Korean and will send it to you being like, I know you have this interest, which I don't mind actually. That's not something I mind, but I just mean like these are things.
Yeah, I think pointing it out is one thing, but I think hatred is another thing that you face. Being a former emo kid, I did experience a lot of like disdain for my musical taste and so.
Yeah, of course.
So I think when I got into K-pop, I kind of just always have had this attitude where I don't share my interests with people until I know they're interested in it. So I never really got around to facing something like that bad. But I see it online where a lot of people are just like, oh, you're a K-pop fan, you're a silly 15-year-old girl. First of all, there's nothing wrong with being a 15-year-old girl with interests. But yeah, like...
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But it's just
you're watching dudes jog for 90 minutes every week.
Yeah.
Okay? At least our dudes sing.
And it's just like, why are you hating on someone? But it's even worse because I've read a lot of people's experiences where their families would burn their K-pop merch, would like mock them for liking K-pop, and it's just like, why? Everyone just likes different things, so why are you mocking and hating and bullying somebody? Especially, I think younger people get bullied a lot more, but even if you're older, then people shame you saying, oh,
you're so immature,
you're too old to like K-pop. But like, is there an age limit to listening to music? Like, does Spotify after you turn like 25 say, oh sorry, gaane nahi sun sakte?
Your fellas, is it immature to listen to music?
Go do your taxes.
I swear. There is that, and there have been I definitely think there's a bigger increase in the amount of harassment and bullying people are facing. We were just discussing this like a couple of days ago. If you're a Desi Army, please go follow them. Bora Hai Shop. They posted about their experience taking photographs and going into shop at the Calvin Klein store in. Should I name and shame? We'll name and shame. At Noida in DLF Mall of India. So if you're going, don't go. They don't deserve it. But basically, they tried to shop and they did get bullied out of the store, which was
By
really...
the store people.
Yeah,
Like,
by employees.
you were trying to buy, imagine you go to a shop, you try to buy something and the employers mock you for buying the product that they're there to sell.
That they paid insane amount of money to a model to advertise, and all you're doing is following their advertising.
Yeah, and as a salesperson, you have one job and it's in your name. So how are you not doing that?
Very strange. And since then, they like Bora Hair Shop has been contacted by other people who've experienced the exact same thing happen to them. We have also gone to multiple stores in this city, by the way, to take photos with Jungkook. Unfortunately, we've
had a very positive experience.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the guys was so enthusiastic. He would like call us and he'd point it out. He's like, "Yahan pe Jenny, yahan pe Jungkook, come take a photo." So that was really nice to see. But unfortunately, other people in DLF Mall of India, Noida, can't do the same.
It's deeply disappointing, and also I don't get where it comes from.
Yeah, racism.
Is it just racism?
It is a big part of it is racism
And misogyny.
And misogyny, like why are women interested in this? But also I've seen, especially online, if you go on Instagram and stuff, you see a lot of like Indian guys, and not just Indian. I've seen other people share instances as well where they're like, oh, why don't you like guys who are of our country?
Skulls.
Yeah, like men, muscle men.
Show them one home. But yeah. No, it is very strange. I think it's a strange sense of insecurity for a lot of people. It's also like, this is my question with all of these problems. How does it affect you?
Yeah.
Like, my Spotify playlist should not affect your life.
Yeah, like people on Bumble would be like, oh, don't swipe right if you're a K-pop fan. Of course not. You're bigoted.
Yeah, you're the one with the problem.
Yeah. Like, what do you listen to? Drake? He's like into children. Okay.
We should just call it the anti-Drake video at this point. Okay.
This is the crux of the matter, which I think could be an entire episode on its own, honestly. The problems of being a K-pop fan, not by the people around us, not by the fandom, but by the K-pop idols and the companies themselves. Like, these are the things we really hate about being a K-pop fan. And disclaimer, a lot of these things aren't specific to K-pop. They're just entertainment issues, I think.
Sure.
Or capitalism issues, or like third world countries.
Third world problems are definitely included. I'm going to start off with a very easy one, like a basic one.
Let's do like a quick fire. Sorry.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. My quickest fire, easiest one. Why are we being punished? Okay, like we are 1.3 billion strong Indians out there. Okay, that's just India. There's more in South Asia out there, and I'm sure at least 1% of us are into K-pop in some level, like either merch or like tour, and
that's
there's enough.
Quite a lot.
Exactly, and there's enough evidence to prove this. Why are we punished with absolutely no albums, no official merch, no tours? I mean, like, thoda bahut it's increasing.
Jackson came to visit us.
Yeah, thoda bahut it is increasing. Kingdom came, Bugaboo came, so these Count Daniel came. So
but very like crumb.
Yeah, it is very crumb.
It is not even crumb. It's like bread khaya aur ek tukde ka particle aise
by accident.
And like jisko gluten allergy hai, those people will like be like, achhi. But the rest of us won't know.
Yeah, and it's absolutely just bizarre. It's so bizarre. There's an audience of paying members sitting here. Give it to us.
Yeah. Second of all, and most importantly, why is everything so expensive? Like, I get it. We're third world. Our currency is trash. You are 8th biggest economy in the world. Blah de blah. But kuch to sasta hona chahiye. There should be like tiered, right? Like every Reliance or whatever. Every company, not just Reliance. Every company.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Cut. Every company has like luxury items, base level items, and garibo ke liye some items, and we are the garib people. Make something for us. Make like 50-cent keychain or something that's really cheap and we can get without the crazy shipping prices. So why is everything so expensive? Your albums are so expensive. Your concerts are in another country that we can't afford to go to or get visas.
And now that you're introducing dynamic pricing,
the only thing we can really do is buy our own sasta
Nakli.
Palika Bazaar mein made merch, which I mean I'm fine with it because there's nothing else I can do. And also a lot of the merch isn't even that great. Okay, either have like wonderful designs and then make expensive merch,
But you cannot sell me a black t-shirt
for $100.
I think there is a lot of pushing the agenda with like K-pop companies and K-entertainment companies. There is a specific thing where they do want to push heteronormativity, for example. They do want to push romanticizing fair skin, and I do think these are cultural problems.
Romanticizing, or is it glorifying?
Glorifying, thank you. Glorifying fair skin, thin bodies, and very specific features for what is good looking in a face. And I do think that's a cultural problem, not just a K-entertainment thing, but it is being...
No, but it is a very big Korean...
No, that's what I mean. It's a Korean cultural problem, but it's not like they're doing anything to change that or be like, oh, we're taking a stand against it, oh, we're going to try to maybe make things a little easier. And because of the massive amount of soft power and influence that is there all across the world, it makes like, and of course their audience is young and easily influenced. So what ends up happening is
no, even if it's not easily influential, we are also the audience. We are adults. We don't get, like, we know what happens behind the scenes, but it's still very annoying to see things like, especially I think diet culture. I mean, of course, other issues are real issues, but like diet culture is so bad. And I know it's a Korean thing, and even if you're not an idol, you have to live through it. But
diet culture is a global.
Like, stop, it is. But like, stop IDK putting photos of your 40 kg weight of screen. Stop like promoting horrible diets like, oh, I didn't eat for the past 700 days and that's a diet. No, it's not. That's a problem.
And also I think I'm not gonna name this idol, but like there was somebody who recently talked about going on an promos were going on. Jimin did talk about how he went on an extremely difficult diet in an attempt to lose weight and look a certain way, and then blamed it on us and said army likes it when we look that. No, we don't. So you are famous for your cheekies. We like soft things. And also, if you put on weight or anything, nobody's ever going to be like, oh, I can't be a fan.
No, people are like that, and that's definitely a thing.
But you don't need, like, don't put the say you want it. Say you want to look thin, you want to look a certain way, which is that's your decision. But don't put the blame on us. That's not fair.
Bringing into the heteronormity, the whole like dating your idol, like the boyfriend girlfriend vibe, the romantic aspect of the parasocial relationship is really not cool.
It's really uncomfortable. I mean, I read books and I develop quite a bit of feeling for my fictional characters. So I don't think I have much of a leg to stand on. But when there are real people out there, it's strange.
It is. And it's just like, it's very unhealthy for the people involved because a lot of them, again, are young and easily influenced. A lot of them
but
get
you don't even
attached.
have to be that young. Like, even older people who are maybe, looking for love, which we all are because we're taught that. But it's like
it's uncomfortable. It makes you believe, oh, this idol is dating me. Then the idol also has to do the fan service aspect where they're like, oh, you're my girlfriend, oh, come marry me. So I mean, this is a general issue that I have had with K-pop, where I think there are too many comebacks and too much content. I'm okay. I think I'll not talk about the content maybe because I think that you can pick and choose, but there's too much music. Like, why are you as a group having 3 comebacks a year or like 4 comebacks?
Just say twice.
I was thinking 80s, but it's really common. That's what I mean, especially in the first few years. I think there's too many comebacks and there's too much music and not all of it is giving because now companies are like, oh, who cares about the B-sides? Just like ek acha sa we'll have
TikTokable,
or even if the title track is really good, one B-side might be good, and the other few are just like throwaway pieces of music. And whatever 3 or 4 albums you had, maybe you could have had that as one album with like all the good stuff in it. Could be one comeback that year, and you could spend the rest of the year promoting it, touring. No, a lot of them are touring as well.
Yeah.
So you could still be promoting the same music. So I think a Western music style where people do come back every 2 years is a basic standard. If you're a really great artist, then you come back after 4 years. Or if you're Frank Ocean, then you just never
come back. No, so I mean, just my preference would not be necessarily 2 years. I do think like an album a year is completely.
No, but even if it's 2 years, they do other things like do a single, do a promotion. So it's not just one title track and you're like doing.
I agree, but even so, like I think I would. Just in my experience, I would prefer an album a year, but I don't see the purpose behind
3 albums,
3 or 4 very mediocre pieces of work.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you can create a stellar piece of work one time a year
and do the comebacks, do the music shows. Just take like different songs of the album every 3 months and do those promotions.
Yeah, and like that gives a lot more time for all the songs in your album to even get time to get time to chart if that's what your goal is, get time to like have a good listen and all of that, because and then you can do really good work, like you can really sort of sift it out what is good and what isn't, versus just being like, oh, we need to get 6 songs out there within 3 months and how do we do it, and shortcut ways of MVs and all of that. Like I'm sure there's enough creativity in the world to go around, and there is enough to fulfill all of this. Right now what we're seeing isn't the best,
and it's very harsh on the idols as well. I think rookie groups, especially for the first 3-4 years, they really have to put in the grind, and like every few months they're having a comeback. I'm just like, why just like live it out and don't just disappear after the first few months of comeback. Like I think that's a very weird pattern where keep coming up, keep doing things, keep performing the music that you've already put out. And this is more of a company thing than an idol thing, but as a fan it's just very annoying to have to...
Yeah, look at Super M. Ek album karan 3 saal quiet.
Yeah, and they go 100 all the time, guys.
Yeah, and we're getting a new album this year. Okay, so keep that on your calendar.
It's questionable now that Kai is also going.
What? Why would you say that?
Sorry.
Oh no, I'm so sad now. I was like, oh no, finally sab log wapas aa gaye. Taemin is back, Bacon's back, we're gonna get it.
But yeah, those were not all, those were but not some of our major issues with being a K-pop stan and why it sucks being a K-pop stan.
Especially a desi stan.
Yeah, but we also love being K-pop stans, and we love the music, and we love the performances, we love the idols, and we love the culture, and we love the community mostly. We don't love some of you.
Yeah.
But that was our episode. Let us know in the comments what you hate about being a K-pop stan, what you love about being a K-pop stan. Did you like this episode? Should we do more about these? These are just rants. This is just
at this point, like 47 minutes into this video of recording, we are just ranting. But I do think valid points were made. 100%. I feel like it is something that is relatable to a lot of fans. So like this video, remember to subscribe to our channel for more such videos coming soon, like our weekly podcast. You can also check out all our reactions. We will be back next week with a brand new episode. Will we be in the same frame? Will we not? Take a guess. I was Zara.
And I was Sophia. We'll see you next time. Bye.